In Acts, the 26th chapter, Paul rehearses the time when he was converted. And part of what he said the Lord told him to do was to deliver the word and to open the eyes, turn them from darkness to light, from the power of Satan unto God, so they could receive forgiveness and get an inheritance among the sanctified. And he was, in chapter 26 of Acts, he was before King Agrippa. And Festus was there also. And he began to tell them the story of how he was going to Damascus, and that for the cause the Jews caught him in the temple after he was doing what the Lord told him to do, to preach, to be able to open the eyes from darkness, to get them away from Satan and get them to God, get them forgiven, get them an inheritance. And he said, for these causes, the Jews caught me in the temple and went about to kill me. Having therefore obtaining help from God, I continue unto this day witnessing. He said, I got away from them, and I'm still telling the same story. That's what the Lord told me to do. I witnessed to the small and to the great, saying none other things than that which the prophets and Moses said should come. That Christ should suffer, that he would be the first that would rise from the dead, and that he would be the light. He would show the light unto the Gentiles. And he thus spake for himself. Festus spoke up and said, Paul, thou art beside thyself. Much learning hath made thee mad. Festus said, in other words, you're crazy, Paul. But he said, I am not mad, most noble Festus, but I speak forth the words of truth and soberness. For the king knoweth of these things, before whom also I speak freely. He said, now King Agrippa knows all about all this. For I am persuaded that none of these things are hidden from him. King Agrippa keeps good contact of his kingdom, and he knows what's going on. For this thing was not done in a corner. He said, Festus, I'm not mad. And if you ask the king, he'll tell you. He knows all this stuff went on in his kingdom. And then Paul said, King Agrippa, believest thou the prophets? I know that thou believest. Then Agrippa said unto Paul, almost thou persuadest me to be a Christian. Almost, Paul. Almost, just a little bit more, and I'd be a Christian. I'm hearing you. I know what went on in my kingdom. I know what I heard about this Jesus being risen from the dead. I know how they've treated you. I know what's going on. And now I'm hearing you testify and tell me that Jesus is your Savior and your Lord. And you've just a little bit, just almost, you've convinced me, you've persuaded me almost. I'm almost persuaded. How about you out there, friend? Are you an almost Christian, or are you a Christian?